People have been questioning a lot lately whether gay marriage should be legal, and it's been a big discussion throughout society lately. Now, I'm going to be sharing my own opinion, and I find it important to take an unbiased approach as to not try to persuade one way or another. Now, my opinion goes a lot deeper than a simple it should or it shouldn't, and I'll be speaking on both sides because I believe it's important to understand both sides of an argument of a debate before determining my own opinion. So don't get all butthurt if I say something you don't agree with. Try to stay open-minded and mature. Now let's start off with the basics. What does it take to have an attraction to a person? I believe there are two separate states of an attraction, mental and physical. Mental attraction being when you connect with one another on a personal level, to feel like you can be true to yourself and not be judged, to be able to trust one another. Physical attraction when you're attracted to each other's bodies and facial features. Now, a relationship can be formed just on one of these two alone, but I feel the strongest of relationships rely on both. To be gay, essentially, is to have a mental attraction to one another, because let's face it, a man isn't going to get all hot and bothered when seeing another man take his shirt off. Argue all you want, he just won't. It's genetics, it's hormones that years of evolution have trained us to implement. Now, to be attracted for the basic reasons of sexual pleasure or to show an act of love is a bit different.
Oh, but animals have been gay.
How? How have animals become gay? The human is really the only creature that will stay with one another for mental compatibility. And that doesn't include family or just because they're being protected. The only reason an animal does something reportable as gay is attempting intercourse with an animal of the same sex. Other than pleasure, which only dolphins have been known to do, the only reason for an animal to commence intercourse is instinct to reproduce. A male dog humping another male dog is no different than a dog humping your leg. What, are you gonna argue that some dogs just sexually prefer legs over females? I don't think so. If you're using these animals can be gay arguments, I'm probably gonna assume you read that somewhere on Twitter and have no actual idea what you're talking about. Humans are the only creatures to be truly considered gay. And no, it's not something you were born with. It's a choice. That's like saying you were literally born to sing. You may have a natural singing talent, you may enjoy it, but it's nothing more than a figure of speech. You are not born already wanting to sing your entire life. You probably experienced singing sometime during your life and decided, well gee, ain't that swell. It's a choice. And technically, it is unnatural to be gay. Now, don't take that out of context. I don't mean it's wrong to be gay, and you shouldn't be ashamed if you are. By definition, nature, naturally, there is no other species to be gay other than humans. So from a nature standpoint, it is unnatural. It's going against nature and evolution that's brought life to where it is today. And there's no arguing against that. It is unnatural. But is it morally wrong? No. It's perfectly acceptable to be gay. It shouldn't be shunned or looked down upon. It's your choice, and you shouldn't let anyone tell you otherwise, nor should you try to persuade that someone's wrong for doing it. Now, I really hope you're not butthurt offended for me calling it unnatural. That's being a bit closed-minded, don't you think? Especially since I warned you first. Now, on to the main topic. Should gay marriage be legal? Well, let's start off with what marriage is, the benefits of marriage, and its derivative. Marriage is a legal contract binding a man and a woman together to remain sexually absent from anyone other than their own spouse. Its origin comes from the Jews. The benefits? Not much. We're talking some tax benefits, health insurance, not much more than that. Now, why do gay couples want to get married? Well, marriage has become a standard act in life, and society looks at it as a sign of love and commitment. When, in reality, love used to have little to nothing to do with marriage. Gay couples find it unfair that they can't get married, and for a good reason. Marriage now is a way to showcase your love, but in reality, marriage is basically a sheet of paper saying you're not allowed to be with anyone else but me. It's sort of harsh when you think about it, like imagining going up to your wife and saying, yeah, I trust you and all, but sign this contract saying you're not allowed to see other men, just in case. And I doubt that too many people actually care about the health benefits. It's mostly about the homosexuals that want to feel accepted in society. Like being able to get married will somehow prove it's okay. And who cares if society thinks it's okay or not? It's your life. It's your choice. You don't need to sign a sheet of paper to prove each other's love to one another. Now, I think gay couples should receive all the same health insurance, tax benefits, and especially the ability to adopt, all of that. But as far as marriage goes, marriage is a Christian tradition, and in their religion, marriage is strictly for men and women. So to allow legal same-sex marriage, is basically changing a Christian tradition for the non-Christians, which isn't really fair if you think about it. It's like denying the Christians their freedom for the freedom of homosexuals. Now, this has nothing to do with religion, and it shouldn't be. But it's wrong for Christians or anyone else to say you're wrong for being gay and you have to change your ways. Likewise, it's also wrong for you to go to Christians and say they have to change their tradition just because it's wrong. Does that make sense? You can't take away freedom to showcase freedom. It's a bit hypocritical, don't you think? So to sum it all up, do I think being gay is okay? Absolutely, it's your life. But as far as trying to change someone else's tradition is not okay. It would be unfair not to legalize gay marriage, as it's undermining gay couples, but it would also be unfair to change a Jewish-based tradition. It's really a two-sided story. So no, gay marriage to me should not be legal. But they should still get all the legal benefits of a married couple, and maybe they could create some sort of alternative to marriage as another option. Now, don't hate on me and thumbs down this video just because I said I wasn't for legalizing it. I'm not for one side or the other. I'm for treating both sides equally. And in this case, that scenario really is the best compromise for being equally fair to both parties. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.